To New York City now, Donald Trump's lawyer is getting another crack at lawyer Michael Cohen today on the witness stand. They take aim at Cohen's credibility and accused him of making up a phone call with the former president in which they supposedly discussed sending $130 grand to adult film star Stormy Daniels in hush money.
Loyola Law Professor Jessica Levinson is here now to walk us through it. Jessica, this is really key to the idea that Donald Trump could be convicted, and it didn't seem to go all that well for Michael Cohen. Walk us through what happened today.
So what former President Trump's attorney said to Michael Cohen is that phone call that you talked about, where you said you talked to the former president, you talked about the hush money payment, you were actually talking to his bodyguard about something completely unrelated, weren't you? And they then presented evidence that the phone call was very short. Maybe there wasn't time to pass the phone over to the former president, and that texts from Trump's bodyguard before and after may indicate that that wasn't the substance of that particular phone call, that it wasn't about the hush money payments. Now, I think the prosecution has a response for that, but let's be clear that I think this is the biggest punch that the defense has landed.
Well, you're saying that about, so basically they were texting about harassment that Cohen was getting from a 14-year-old, right? I mean, these text messages had nothing to do with Stormy Daniels.
Totally different topic. I think there's no argument that it might have been about Stormy Daniels. If Trump's attorney is accurate in saying that particular phone call was not about the hush money payment, then it was not about the hush money payment. It was about something completely to the side of that.
Well, let's talk for a moment about Trump's demeanor throughout. This is day 18, and obviously no cameras in the courtroom. We've seen the courtroom sketches, and by all accounts, Trump has been there sort of nodding off, or at least with his eyes closed through much of the witness testimony, but not today. Today, he perked up. What do you make of that?
I think for the same reason that we're talking about what happened today, this was a really big day for the defense. And I mean big in two ways. One, I think it was the day that they were frankly the most successful in trying to poke holes in the prosecution's case. And two, it's a day when there were a lot of eyes on not just Michael Cohen, but the cross of Michael Cohen. We've all known that this is coming, and the cross-examination focused on exactly what we thought it was going to focus on: his credibility, the fact that he has lied in the past, that he's lied under oath, and that he has a grudge against the former president. Now, again, I think the prosecution did a good job of saying, you're going to hear from somebody with baggage. And I think the prosecution would argue they've corroborated much of what Michael Cohen said. But if you were going to perk up any day, today was going to be the day when Michael Cohen really was put under significant scrutiny.
So two quick things. If the jury does not believe Michael Cohen and believes Trump's lawyer that that phone call didn't happen, then Trump is not guilty, right?
I actually am not sure that that has to follow, in the sense that I think what the prosecution has done here is say, number one, falsification of business records. Number two, with intent to commit or conceal another crime. Does it hurt their case if you don't believe Michael Cohen and you don't believe this particular phone call happened then? Yes, I think it does. Does it absolutely mean not guilty? I think there's enough there, enough other witness testimony, enough other evidence. But the thing that it really hurts is the prosecution's ability to show intent. You have to tie Trump to the crimes, and that's part of what Michael Cohen is there for.
And the judge said that closing arguments could start on this on Tuesday, so the jury could get this case by next week. So it'll be really interesting to follow. Jessica Levinson, thank you so much for your perspective.